What's up, Steam? What's up, Steam Deck lovers? Hello, you Steam Deck lovers. So you want to know how to pre-order a Steam Deck in Australia, huh? All right, we got news for you. And I got another video for you. Steam Deck pre-order Steam Deck $4,000 scalpers. But anyway, let me deal with this one first. So I found this on Kotaku. It says how to pre-order a Steam Deck in Australia. Says here, Valve Steam Deck set the internet on fire when it was announced in July, but you could only hear a low moan for disappointing Australians. But if you want to roll the dice with Valve's handheld console and international shipping, here's how you can go about pre-ordering a Steam Deck in Australia. Remember, a Steam Deck isn't technically available in Australia. When you go to the reservation page, you'll find a lovely message stating the console isn't stating the console isn't available in your regions, and you won't be able to place a pre-order. But if you are using VPN, you should be able to remove those nasty barriers. Here's how to pre-order the Steam Deck from Australia if you're really keen to get your hands on a device. How to pre-order title: How to pre-order Steam Deck if you live in Australia. The first thing you need to place a Steam Deck pre-order within Australia is a VPN. While the pre-order page does show up with one, you won't be able to place an order locally until the Steam Deck page recognizes you're in the eligible location. According to testing by Streaming Rant and How to Watch, the best VPN service for accessing overseas content in Australia are NordVPN, Surfshark, PureVPN, and ExpressVPN. They each cost between $4 and $12 a month, or less for a yearly subscription, and you'll be able to use them to access other services as well, including the hefty library of American Netflix. If you never use a VPN before, it's basically Tricks website into believing your device is located anywhere in the world you choose. Select an American VPN location and the Steam Deck page should unlock for you. You might also have to update the home country of your Steam account to the United States, like Aussies had to do when they wanted to get the Valve Index early. Steam Deck as a fact on how to change your home country here. Yeah, so that might explain why the Xbox Series X and PS5 came up short. All right, we get it now. Okay, when you update the account, the Steam will ask you for an address from your account, new country, which you'll get from the next step. It says here, because the Steam Deck is only shipped to United States, Canada, and European Union, and the United Kingdom, you can't ship your console directly to Australia. Instead, you want to send it to a friend in one of these locations, or use a mail forwarding service like Shopmate or Shipito. This editor needs Grammarly. I'm sorry. But anyway, these servers allow you to purchase goods and send them to a provided overseas address where they will be shipped directly to you. Shopmate will give you a US-based address, and that what you will want to put into a Steam when you update your home country. You also need a local payment service for the United States too. The best option, as called out by Kotaku Australia reader, is a US prepaid card provider. US Unlocks is one service you can use, but note you will have to cop additional fees upon setting up. You may also need a US-based phone number too for registration. One phone is a good option that you can link into your existing device, as is Mighty Call. Both have trial periods you can use, although you will have to pay if you want to keep the phone number active until you get your Steam Deck. Okay. There are a couple of unknown about the Steam Deck you should familiarize yourself with before you run off to grab one. Namely, you'll need to consider the power issue you may run into, as well as compatibility issues with your Steam Deck. It says power and adoption shortage. The first issue you'll run into with ordering a Steam Deck from the US is your charger will likely be a two-prong North American power cord rather than a local Aussie one. Finally got it. A converter will be needed for a quick fix, but it's not as simple as grabbing any old one off eBay. Australian power outlets are designed to deliver 230 volts of energy, while US outlets deliver just 120 volts. Using a basic converter with US Steam Deck could overload and overheat your console, an outcome you'll definitely want to avoid. You'll have to purchase a voltage converter to be on the safe side, but it will add bulk to your charge setup. And then it says, in better news, the Steam Deck does appear to have an alternative USB-C option for charging. While we haven't seen exactly how this will work, it should be an easy plug and play fit. We'll have to stay tuned to the console release to know more about how the charging will actually work, whether the US power plug system will actually be challenged. And then next topic, storage compatibility. Another thing you'll need to consider is your imported Steam Deck will likely run on the US version of the Steam store. So if you want to buy anything from Steam store, you will need a payment method that works in the United States. Steam, however, says you can update your store country multiple times as long as you use a payment method that matches your Steam country settings. So you will have to follow the steps above if you want to buy games in Aussie dollars. I couldn't get that word when I first came across it when I first started reading this article, but now I got it. But anyway, it pales in comparison to power issues, but it's something you should still think about. Okay, when can you actually order the Steam Deck in Australia? Another topic. Okay, if all that seems a bit too much, there is better news on the horizon. When Australia was not included in the initial pre-order phase for the Steam Deck, the console will eventually be available in other territories. Information about expanded regional availability coming soon is what the Steam Deck Hub states now, although at one point it did indicate pre-orders would be available for other regions in 2022. Alright, says here, we don't have an expected release date or pricing yet, and Australia hasn't specifically been named on the pre-order hub, but given we are expecting the Valve index to drop locally in August, we know Valve sorry about that, we know Valve is aware of Australia. At the very least, it's arriving 2 years later than it released in other territories, but we are getting it. We still don't know whether we're getting the Steam Deck or if it will arrive anytime soon. But staying patient is currently your safest bet, especially if you run into warranty issues. Still, if you're happy to take a risk, there plenty of ways to grab one early. And that's the end of the article. Says here, this post has been updated with additional information and tips, including which VPNs are best for accessing overseas content. All right. So now you know the rules how to get a Steam Deck. You know, ordering it from Australia. Yeah, VPN is going to be an issue. Power voltage is going to be an issue. And then you need a converter, which you do. You know, that's important. You need a power converter. You know, because the United States is 120. Australia is, what is Australia? Australia is like, you need a power converter. So US is 120, and Australia is like 230 if I'm not mistaken, based off what I just read. So you know, power, every country has their own power voltage rules and regulations. So a converter is needed if you're planning on using the Steam Deck. It's like you're using the Steam Deck, you're using an American Steam Deck in another country, so you need a converter, you know. And so you know, you best believe that companies that make converters for the Steam Deck are working hard to meet that demand, you know. So plus people gonna be taking their Steam Decks on the go, you know, wherever they go. So a converter is needed. You need a case, that's for sure, a carrying case. You need a case to hold it, like how the PSP, like how the PSP or the Vita used to have those cases for those devices. So you need one of those, and you got your games. You don't need to carry no physical games with you. You really don't. You can just go straight to Steam's website and just play it off their website. So yeah, the Steam Decks look very promising, to tell you the truth. You know, and it gives, in the article here, it gives up like 4 VPNs that you can use. It says NordVPN, Surfshark, PureVPN, and ExpressVPN. VPN meaning virtual private network. So at least you got your options when it comes to VPNs. It says it costs between $4 and $12 a month. You know, and so 12 times 12 is what? 144. 4 times 12 is what? 3 times 12 is what? 36. So 4 times 12, that's what 48? 12 times 4 is like what, 48? You know, so yeah, the prices vary on this article from Kotaku, so choose wisely. This is really good to hear, especially if you're planning on taking a trip to, like, say Australia. You know, at least you know now what to do before you take the trip. What at least you know what your Steam Deck needs, what it needs to have in order to operate in that region of the country, you know. So yeah, Valve got their hands full trying to keep up with the demands of the Steam Deck, you know. So yeah, especially with the chip shortage too. So the Steam Deck is like on a first come first serve basis. So yeah, get your pocketbooks and your wallet ready for this one. You know. Oh yeah, it says, okay, US is 120 volts, Australia is 230. That's a huge difference. So The U.S. voltage is low. Australia is high. So yeah, a converter you're gonna need definitely. So yeah, this article was pretty good on what you need to have, as far as like trying to get your Steam Deck like shipped to a different country or ordering it from that region. Yeah, Valve got their hands full, yeah, a lot of people are looking forward to this device. Linux users, Windows users, and Apple users. Yeah, and of course people who don't, and for people who like to collect handhelds, yeah, they will be looking forward to this Steam Deck too. So with the chip shortage, it's gonna be on a first come first served basis. So basically, the Steam Deck is up for grabs on the first shipment. Yeah, and then mark, get set, go, grab it. So yeah, the thing is, you don't know how many Valve is gonna have available. Whatever it's gonna be, like what, 500,000 or a million or two or 1.5 million or two. We don't know, because with this chip shortage and still happening, and even console gamers having a hard time getting the Series X and PS5. So just imagine the Steam Deck. People are gonna it's gonna be a first come first serve, man. So if there was a line for the Xbox Series X and PS5, oh yeah, there's gonna be a line for the Steam Deck, and it's gonna be up for grabs. Yeah. Maybe Valve got some orders set up for the first set, like the first 1,000 people that ever joined Steam when it first came out. They might have a chance to get one. So yeah, what month is this? October? Yeah, Valve got their work cut out for them on how they gonna go about this. So and people got their money ready, and you're looking at Valve like, okay, when is the date? When is the date? So yeah, yeah, December, people. Anyway, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box with this article. Nice talking to you people again, Chris. It's still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Borg, Dark Side. I'm gone. Peace.